Hey, this is Tim from Harrison Consoles. Today I'm going to show you about that bass bump technique we talked about in the mix tips video on EQ. Now the reason we want to do this is because the thud frequency of the kick drum lies probably around 60 hertz on most kick drums, and since I usually boost that area anyway, I need to get the bass out of the way so that it can sit harmoniously with the kick drum. Now I find that when I high pass my bass to get out of the way, the bass gets a little bit weaker in the mix, and I really want it to kind of stand out a little bit more. So I go ahead and reach for a low shelf in Mixbus to create kind of this bump where it's not necessarily sitting over top of the kick drum, but it's sitting kind of in harmony with it, as I said. Let's go ahead and listen to this mix real quick. This is just the bass guitar and the kick drum, or the bass guitar and the drums rather. And let's kind of hear what happens to the bass as we high pass it. Okay, that sounds about right to me. The bass is coming through clearly, and it's not really overshadowing the kick drum. That's really what we want. Now what we're going to do is reach for a low shelf so we can help the bass to still have a little bit of its body without getting in the way of the kick drum. Okay, that sounds about right to me. I'd have to play with it a little bit more listening to the whole mix, and I definitely recommend doing this, listening to the whole mix. But you can hear that the bass guitar is still meaty, but it's out of the way of the kick drum. That was kind of really what we wanted. I'm going to show you this technique with and without the EQ so you can hear the difference. So this is with. Without. So it's really a subtle effect, but you can hear when the EQ is out. The bass is just kind of sitting there like over top of the kick drum. They're kind of sitting in the same space, so it's a little bit muddy at that low end. When you engage the EQ, you can hear that the bass guitar is kind of sitting a little bit in synchronization, almost if they're playing together. And this creates for a better mix. Let me let you hear it in the mix. Okay, here it is without.